Hi guys, अस्सलाम वालेकुम, वेलकम बैक टू अनदर एपिसोड ऑफ डियर सिस्टर. आज मेरे साथ हैं वर्दा और इज़ा. हम अपने टॉपिक सोच रहे थे एंड we realized that we've literally talked about everything, at least what we think. तो हमें बहुत अच्छा लगेगा अगर आप हमें प्लीज़ कुछ आइडियाज़ दे दें कि हम किस चीज़ के बारे में आगे बात कर सकते हैं. we're already starting to run out of ideas. हमारी कॉन्वर्सेशंस होती भी लंबी हैं, तो अगर हम एक चीज़ डिसाइड करते हैं तो कभी कभार उसमें दूसरी तीसरी चीज़ भी डिस्कस हो जाती है एंड we're just sort of like using all our topics up. But today then we eventually decided that we are going to talk about skincare because we haven't talked about that. असल में I think our topics हैं भी, but we can't talk on everything. तो वो प्रॉब्लम भी होता है कि
हाँ, और बहुत सारे टॉपिक्स को हमने ऊपर से टच कर लिया है, सो उसकी डिटेल में भी हम जा सकते हैं.
हाँ, ये भी अच्छा आइडिया है. एनीवे, सो स्किन केयर के बारे में हम बात करने लगे हैं. सो पहले ये बताते हैं कि बताएं इज़ा, डू यू डू स्किन केयर?
Not regularly.
Not regularly, why?
Because I don't feel the need. अभी मुझे लगता नहीं है कि अच्छा मेरी स्किन को इतनी ज़रूरत है, लेकिन like naturally अगर बात हो like मैं पानी बहुत पीती हूँ, तो I think उसकी वजह से काफ़ी मेरी स्किन बेहतर है.
हाँ, so you feel like you don't really need it.
Yeah,
like you'll only do it when you feel like doing it. Right, हाँ, you do have nice skin.
Thank you.
Varda, do you do skincare?
A little bit now. I literally stopped it in the middle जब यूनिवर्सिटी वाला टाइम था, but after that now I feel like my skin needs it. I'm literally the opposite of Izza. अब करनी पड़ती है मुझे because then it goes dry. And then I also wanted to share कि मैंने not बचपन but I think when I was 18 I took some medicines जो acne के लिए थी.
Did you have a lot of acne?
I had a lot of, and I have a whole story about it.
Okay, tell us the story.
Yeah, so basically what happened कि मुझे बहुत बुरी वाली एक्नी जो चीक्स पे होती है ना, मुझे वो थी. सो आई वॉज ऑलवेज वेरी कॉन्शियस, यू नो हाउ वी आर, कि हमें होता है कि यार क्या, बहुत अनॉय होती थी मैं. सो आई वेंट टू अ डॉक्टर, अ वेरी फेमस डॉक्टर फ्रॉम पिंडी, एंड मुझे यही था कि आई वॉज सो डेस्परेट टू सॉल्व माई प्रॉब्लम कि आई वॉज लाइक लिटरली मुझे जो भी मेडिसिन दे विदाउट रिसर्च आई वॉज लाइक अच्छा बस लेनी है. आई वेंट टू हर, मैंने ट्रीटमेंट लिया, एंड आफ्टर लाइक अ वीक ऑफ द ट्रीटमेंट मेरे बॉडी के सारे, इट वाज सो स्ट्रॉन्ग कि मेरी बॉडी के सारे जो बाल हैं लिटरली दे शेड. ठीक है, मेड बी योर लेग्स, आर्म्स, एवरी, मतलब for some people it might be like a good thing, but
wow,
but like मेरे सर के बाल भी बहुत कम होना शुरू हो गए. like literally it wasn't hair fall, they were literally shedding. So I obviously became very worried. Then I did my research on it and I was like कि क्यों ऐसा मेरे साथ हो रहा है. सो बेसिकली एक्नी की जो मेडिसिन होती हैं वो आपको आपके वेट, आपके बॉडी टाइप, आपके हाइट, उस सब के हिसाब से देनी होती हैं. सो दैट डॉक्टर इज़ नॉट डू दैट फॉर मी. तो उसकी वजह से मुझे काफ़ी ज़्यादा कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस बेयर करने पड़े. बट देन आई फाइनली वेंट टू अ रियली गुड डॉक्टर, वेरी एक्सपेंसिव बट वर्थ इट. आई वुड लाइक टू नेम हर बिकॉज शी लिटरली हेल्प मी चेंज माई लाइफ, एंड दैट इज़ डॉक्टर नुशाबा, जो इधर अली क्लिनिक में बैठी हैं इन इस्लामाबाद. सो आई वेंट टू हर, उन्होंने मेरा वेट किया, उन्होंने मेरी हाइट सब कुछ देख दाख के उन्होंने मुझे 6 months की मेडिसिन दी, एंड दैट कम्प्लीटली चेंज माई स्किन टाइप फ्रॉम लाइक ऑयली टू ड्राई. एंड नाउ इवन दो लाइक एक्नी की प्रॉब्लम एवरी नाउ एंड देन कभी कुछ हो जाता है, बट सिंस वो सॉल्व हो गया है, माई स्किन हैज़ बिकम रियली ड्राई, लाइक ड्राई टू अ पॉइंट वेयर मुझे लगता है कि उतर जाएगी.
flaky.
Yeah, it's really flaky at times. तो फिर I have to do skincare to cater to that.
The dryness and the dehydration. So acne, you say that it was really bad.
It was really bad.
So did it how did it affect you?
It affected me a lot actually. Like आपकी self esteem पे direct hit करती है वो, and I used to be very conscious. कभी कभी मेरा मेकअप करने का दिल ही नहीं करता था because I used to be like क्या फ़ायदा है, like it's still going to show, and it's like maybe I'm trying too hard at times to cover it. So that battle between trying to remain natural and all, and then also trying to cover up all of that. तो मुझे, and I was never that person जिससे कभी, I don't understand how makeup artists cover their acne and then nothing shows, which is like very weird to me because I've tried multiple times and तब कुछ भी नहीं होता था मेरे से. So confidence पे बहुत फ़र्क पड़ा था मेरे. And whenever I used to go out, यार जितना मर्जी हो जाओ, जो मर्जी पहन लो, I still used to not feel it, you know.
Yeah, because the acne was there, so you probably didn't even feel good itna tayar ho.
And I'm sure so many people can relate because I've seen that happen when I even went to the doctors. तो तब वहाँ लोग बैठे हुए होते थे who used to share their stories के you know we don't feel pretty, we don't feel nice, ये वो. And then again people who've suffered you know taunts and you know comments and all from other people as well. So it's just sad के people do that, but yeah आपकी self esteem पे direct hit होता है and then you don't feel as confident as you might have if acne ना होती.
हम एक पिंपल पे काफ़ी हो जाते. ओह पिंपल निकल गया हुआ है.
हाँ exactly.
So,
that's exactly what was happening. So when it changed for me, so I was like damn, I was like good. अब I feel more confident, you know, even though these things should not matter, but ना चाहते हुए भी people who struggle with acne, I feel like they can relate कि it does get to you.
Yeah, of course. I don't think it can't like not affect you. You know, most people it would affect. And also पता है क्या ये भी होता है, पता नहीं अब शायद कम होता है, पर पहले बहुत ज़्यादा होता था कि अगर किसी का एक्ने है या स्किन ब्रेकआउट हुई है तो लोग कहेंगे ओहो आर यू डूइंग समथिंग अबाउट इट, या अपने टोटके देना शुरू हो जाएंगे कि यू शुड डू दिस. वो बहुत बुरा फील होता है बिकॉज इट्स लाइक यू नो like you already know that you have this problem and you don't need someone else to like point it out.
Like they're literally tapping on your insecurities.
Yeah. Oh हो शक्ल पे क्या हो गया,
इसको जल्दी से ठीक करो,
पिंपल्स हो गए, ये कर लो ये कर लो. अच्छा मैं एक फलाने का नंबर दे देती हूँ, मैं फलानी चीज़ बता देती हूँ. Listen, like if I haven't asked you then don't address it. But that happens to some people. Like somebody I know कहती कि चलो मेरी acne एक चीज़ है, but it's the way that people are responding to it because I already feel so bad, but why do people have to make me feel worse? Like why can't they pretend like they can look past it, like they don't see it? Like why do they have to point it out? Because I know what's on my face, I know what my problem is.
Exactly.
तो and you also don't know like आप कितना try कर चुके हो ना, especially जब आप किसी चीज़ के साथ struggle कर रहे हो and you're already trying, तो जब आपको लोग आके मशवरा देते हैं ना तो आपको गुस्सा चढ़ता है because you're just like कि भाई मैंने ये कर लिया है, like I have tried it or I am trying it, like if I'll ask you then you tell me, that's fine. तो हाँ I know like that.
Yeah, but one thing that I would say is very important is to really treat your acne. जो लोग like टोटकों पे again टोटके are nice and all, लेकिन it changed my life, you know
to do it properly,
to do it properly and to
professionally treat it
and to know how to get it treated, you know. अब जैसे मैं first time गई, मुझे नहीं पता था कि क्या सीन है क्या नहीं है, and I ended up getting you know इस तरह से. सो बेहतर है कि आप किसी प्रॉपर डॉक्टर के पास जाएं. यू डू गेट इट ट्रीटेड बिकॉज इट विल चेंज योर लाइफ. इट डिड चेंज माइन.
या आई थिंक हमने लास्ट कॉन्फिडेंस वाली चीज़ में डिस्कस ही किया था कि इफ़ देयर आर थिंग्स दैट आर अफेक्टिंग योर कॉन्फिडेंस दैट यू कैन डू समथिंग अबाउट, लाइक इफ़ यू कैन चेंज दैम then do that. Work on changing them and making them better. If they're out of your control, that's a different thing. And or if you're ready to accept them, then that's fine. But if you're not ready to accept them and they are in your control, then change them. Because then it's like literally like you're just sitting on your butt not trying to change the things in your life that you can change. Exactly. And that can make you confident or change your life for the better. Do it. If a solution is available, it's not wise to not do it.
And to only rely on totkas, even though they're good, but you do need proper medication. And sometimes I feel like कि लोग वो चीज़ accept नहीं कर पाते. I did spend a lot of money on it, I'm not gonna lie. She was very expensive and the medicines that she gave me were very expensive, लेकिन it was totally worth it at the end of the day. And the medication, by the way, acne की is so hard. Like it's very hard to deal with. Like for 6 months my hormones were like crazy us time pe na, mood swings, and you know how you're PMSing, and then imagine that for 6 months. So
you didn't tell this to us in the female PMS उसमें बैठी थी नहीं नहीं बैठी थी.
I wasn't there उस time पे. So लेकिन anyway, so it was crazy, honestly. Like my parents my mood swings were crazy, so they dealt with it very nicely. So yeah.
So what would you say about, क्योंकि हम आपकी बात कर रहे हैं तो आपको ही मैं आके लेके चलूँगी कि what would you say about, do you think you have any sort of insecurity about your skin now? Yeah, what is your let me not ask that, actually, not insecurity, but what is your biggest skin concern at the moment?
My dryness. Yeah, so it completely changed my skin from oily to dry, you know, and then I have to constantly apply creams, and moisturizer does not work for me. Like I get pimples like that. So इस वजह से it's a constant struggle between that balance के, you know, मुझे लगाना चाहिए, नहीं लगाना चाहिए, कितना लगाना चाहिए. So yeah.
And what about you? What is your biggest skin concern, if you have any, or you don't?
I like
that's
the confidence.
good. No, that's good.
Skin does not need
that's good. No, that's really good.
Yeah, mashallah.
I didn't have any skincare concerns for a long time as well, but मेरी अगर कोई insecurity है on my face, it's my dark circles. Like I really struggle with that, and the problem with that is कि dark circles जो हैं वो मेरे genetic हैं. जो आपके genetic होते हैं ना, there isn't much you can do about it.
Yeah.
It's like in your DNA. It's like how you are built. So there isn't so much you can do about it. तो वो एक चीज़ है जिसने ना फॉर द लॉन्गेस्ट टाइम मेरे सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस को बहुत ज़्यादा अफेक्ट किया था कि अच्छा मेरे डार्क सर्कल्स एंड स्टफ एंड देन ऑब्वियसली अगर आपकी लाइफ में ऐसे कंडीशंस हों दैट कॉज डार्क सर्कल्स, लाइक स्लीपलेसनेस हो या स्ट्रेस हो, वो तो मेरी लाइफ का बहुत सिग्निफिकेंट पार्ट रहा है. लाइक डेंटल स्कूल में भी पढ़ाई के टाइम पे, एंड देन यू नो जस्ट लाइफ इन जनरल, वर्क, एंड लाइक देन बेबी ऑफ कोर्स, स्लीपलेसनेस एंड ऑल. तो इट वॉज जस्ट लाइक कैन आई गेट रिड ऑफ देम. लोग कहते हैं आप पानी पिएं, बट मेरा वही है कि they do get a little better, yes, but again whenever I go to like a skin specialist or somebody and I say yeah, I have like dark circles, and they're like is it genetic, and I'm like yes, they're like sorry, but ये वो वाली चीज़ है not in anyone's control, and sort of have to accept. But I do have to say कि now I've come to this point that I have become much more accepting. Like वो मुझे like I can see past them a little bit. So
if you wear glasses, by the way, that also worsens the dark circles.
अच्छा.
Yeah, it does, because it made mine worse.
Like basically if you have you're saying कि अगर आपकी आंखें खराब हों.
Yeah.
अच्छा, तो मेरी तो आंखें भी खराब हैं.
Because that's like one major insecurity that I have, कि जब मैं glasses उतारती हूँ, otherwise like when lens लगाओ या कुछ, because I've been wearing glasses for a very long time. I was in my 4th grade when I got my glasses. So तब से ना फिर अब जब मैं उतारती हूँ, because I only take them off at night, तो इतना ज़्यादा लगाने की वजह से now I have dark circles थोड़े से. And then when I got it checked, they were like it's because of your glasses. तो जब आप for a longer time period इनको उतारेंगी तो वो automatically चले जाने चाहिए. But then again the routine's not pretty good either, so मुश्किल है.
हाँ, so for me it was dark circles, but otherwise I always really loved my skin. Like dry है, but that's like dry is how it is. But like moisturize करूँ तो वो ठीक हो जाता है, hydrate करूँ, if I drink enough water तो it's good. But what do you think? आप जो है ना स्किन केयर में, it's like because it's become a very like, पहले इतना बिग डील नहीं होता था, अब तो स्किन केयर इज अ थिंग. There's so many brands. Like by the way, when I started blogging, right?
Yeah.
तब मुझसे लोग पूछते थे what's your skin care routine, and I was like what the fuck is that? Like why do I have to have a skin care routine? I don't have one. And for the longest time I didn't have one. I was not that person who did like skin care because I didn't think I need it. But अब लेकिन अगर अब आप देखो तो there are so many skincare brands, it's insane, and they all just make you sort of feel like you need to. And quite frankly a lot of people don't really even need it, but it's like it's odd that you don't have a skincare routine because you were supposed to have a skincare routine. So what do you feel about that? Do you think that's like bullshit, or do you think like everybody needs to have a skincare routine?
I don't think it's a bullshit. Like some people actually need it.
No, but some people need it. But what I'm saying is that they're saying that everybody needs it.
Yeah, that's how brands work. Like, that's how marketing works.
Yeah.
So like they have to sell their product, and actually कभी कभार मतलब जब ब्रांड्स खुद को मार्केट कर रहे होते हैं तो फिर लोगों को पता चलता है ना कि ओ मेरी ड्राई स्किन है, मुझे इसकी ज़रूरत है. तो मार्केट के बगैर उनको वाकई शायद ना पता होता कि आई एक्चुअली नीड दिस प्रोडक्ट.
राइट.
तो समटाइम्स इट इज़ हेल्पफुल, बट मैनी ऑफ द टाइम्स इट्स जस्ट लाइक बेच रहे होते हैं अपने प्रोडक्ट को.
बट आई ऑल्सो फील लाइक यू नो देयर सम मेजर स्पेसिफिक स्किन कंसर्न्स जिनके ऊपर आप कह सकते हो कि अच्छा like you need this for like your dry skin or your oily skin or acne or
Sunblock
pigmentation, sunblock. But I think अब तो it's like कि एक वो क्या कहते हैं कि एक Pandora's box या एक black hole सा है जो खुल गया कि it's never ending. Like you can have like 10 steps in your skincare routine.
At first, before my acne and all, I used to think कि नहीं skincare नहीं ज़रूरत होती, ये है वो है. But when I used those products, sometimes it's like, you know, until you've done it, you don't know how much you need it.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
until
true.
you've tried it.
Yes.
So my skin, when I was using those products after I got treated, तो obviously तब भी dry हो गई थी skin, तो I had like this whole shelf of, you know, products जहाँ पे मैं वो use करी होती थी एक के बाद एक. So then I realized कि my skin back then was flawless. ठीक है, for like that 1 year that I was using that product. So sometimes, to what you said के like, do we need it? I feel like we do need it, but मैं तो बहुत lazy हूँ. Like मतलब you know, if I would have it, I would be really happy. And I feel like I do need it, but वो अलग बात है कि हम लोग करते हैं.
हाँ यार मुझे इस तरह लगता है
But it's not weird to not have a routine.
हाँ but also I think I would say this like that this is my recent thought on skincare is that you have to take care of your skin. On a basic level you need to, but you don't have to get all sorts of like you know एक सीरम भी हो एक विटामिन सी भी हो एक क्या जो मॉइस्चराइजर तो आई मॉइस्चराइजर एंड सनब्लॉक आईड से दैट इज एसेंशियल. वो तीन मेकअप रिमूव करना मॉइस्चराइजर लगाना और सनब्लॉक लगाना these three are I think that's all anybody needs.
The difference these three make though, like literally.
Yeah, but I think that if you the rest is want like do you want a super glowy skin, do you want a like radiating, like do you want flawless, do you want like no pigmentation or color variation, तो वो अगर है तो आप फिर yes then you can add like all of those things. But I think जो थोड़ा सा मसला ये होता है कि when you start you know does everybody need to have a flawless shiny glowy skin जिसमें फिर होता है कि आपने इनको ऐसे goals बना दिए ऐसे normalize कर दिया है कि everybody wants it
Not
and everybody wants
can afford skincare by the way. It's very expensive as well.
yeah but वही ना कि if you can like it's like you should do it if you can afford it and it you know it's required in the sense कि sometimes you don't आपकी शादी हो रही है ठीक है आप करो या आपकी जिस इंडस्ट्री में आप काम कर रहे हो योर फेस इज ऑलवेज देयर इट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट देन मे बी यू नीड टू लुक आफ्टर योर स्किन बिकॉज दैट्स एन इन्वेस्टमेंट इनटू लाइक योर वर्क एज वेल. आपके पास बहुत टाइम भी है और पैसे भी हैं तो आप करो वाई नॉट यू नो. जैसे मुझे फॉर द लॉन्गेस्ट टाइम वन ऑफ द रीजन्स आई डिडंट डू स्किन केयर वाज बिकॉज I didn't have the time. I just be like कि मेरे पास टाइम ही नहीं है कि मैं बैठ के एक दूसरी तीसरी चौथी चीज़ लगाऊँ you know I didn't have. But now I started to make it a priority and the reason for that is कि I just feel like you know like I've said it so many times how I recently struggled with like confidence, so I needed that you know like एक dullness आ गई है face पे, tired हूँ, so much to do, so I'm just like no I need to make that extra effort at the moment for my skin. It's about that
Sometimes
sort of
also
priority
just to
in
feel
that
better.
space. Yeah. But skincare is like such a वही बात है ना कि इट्स अ ब्लैक होल. चलो ये तो आपने स्किन केयर की बात कर ली जो आप खुद सीरम्स और इस तरह लगा देते हो. पहले होते थे सिर्फ आपके बेसिक से फेशियल्स जो आप जाके कराते थे. अब like there's so much like aesthetics technology like hydra facials and those vampire facial and micro needling and all of these things. So it's just like there is no limit. And I just feel like skincare उस तरह से it's confusing है कि
It is confusing. Let's talk about that for a while. That it क्या करें क्या ना करें. मतलब if you're left behind for like what 2-3 months, then you're behind. You don't know what products going on या क्या कोई कर रहा है. Because I can relate to that because for the longest time I didn't do skincare जब मैं यूनिवर्सिटी में थी. टाइम नहीं, आप वाली बात है कि टाइम नहीं होता था and I am lazy as I mentioned before. So नाउ जब मैंने वापस कंटिन्यू करना चाहा, आई डेंट नो वेयर टू स्टार्ट, आई डेंट नो कि मैंने करना क्या है क्या नहीं करना. एंड देन अगेन देयर आर सो मेनी इन्फ्लुएंसर्स, सो मेनी मेकअप आर्टिस्ट, which one to follow, which one not to follow, so I got confused in
Yes,
that.
I think one of the confusing aspects is what will work for my skin. And like there's so many brands and then there's so many ingredients and you're just like, what do I need really?
Yeah.
Because
and many times it actually doesn't work out for you.
Yes,
Like
yeah.
आपके दोस्त वगैरह कहते हैं कि हाँ this is working out really good, और फिर आप ट्राई करते हैं और फिर पता नहीं ऑक्सीडाइजेशन हो जाती है और कलर डार्क हो जाता है and all that.
Yeah, so there is no like, that's why it's confusing. And then there's also confusions around, अच्छा पहले मुझे होता था, अब तो मुझे थोड़ी बहुत समझ आ गई है कि पहले क्या लगाते हैं और बाद में क्या लगाते हैं. It's confusing, you know, like मेकअप से पहले क्या लगाना है, बिल्कुल पहले अच्छा सनब्लॉक कब आएगा, मॉइस्चराइजर कब आएगा,
Confusion हो जाती है.
But I've learned in that कि you basically start from like the thinnest consistency to the thickest consistency. So you will start with more like spray like, water like, and then serum like, and then moisturizer because that's more thick. तो आपने like इस उसमें
That's a
जाना
very
होता
good tip.
है. That's what I learned. तो हाँ, basically. So that's confusing. And then what's gonna work for you, and then which brand, and
रिस्क लें या ना लें, बिकॉज इट्स स्किन केयर, यू नो. अगर इफ़ यू गो रॉन्ग विद इट, बर्न हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है. द अदर डे आई रिमेंबर समबडी फ्रॉम माई फैमिली वॉज यूजिंग अ लिपस्टिक. उनको मिली कोई लिपस्टिक अपनी पुरानी, उन्होंने यूज़ कर ली. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट मेकअप नाउ बाय द वे, थोड़ा सा शिफ्ट कर रही हूँ उस पर. एंड शी अप्लाइड इट नॉट नोइंग कि वो एक्सपायर हो चुकी है. एंड देन हर होल लिप्स इट सोल, ठीक है. एंड इट वाज सोलन फॉर लाइक ऑलमोस्ट अ वीक. एंड उसी के मीनवाइल शादी भी आई, सब कुछ आया, तो शी चोज नॉट टू अटेंड इट बिकॉज ऑफ इट. सो इस तरह की चीज़ें भी हो जाती है. सो लाइक again the same with skincare, you never know what's going to work on your skin, what's not going to work on your skin. कोई reaction हो जाए तो, so it's very scary as well.
असल में लोग पैच टेस्ट करते भी नहीं है ना. ज़्यादातर स्किन के प्रोडक्ट्स पे लिखा होता है कि आप पहले पैच टेस्ट करो.
बालों में भी इवन नहीं करते लोग डाइज के टाइम पे, वो भी करना चाहिए आपको.
So what do you guys think about the whole, मैंने बीच में बात की थी aesthetics and all these facials, कभी कराई है ऐसी कोई चीज़? हाइड्रा फेशियल या कोई भी फेशियल? कभी भी नहीं.
I want to
दूसरे
get it
नॉर्मल
done.
फेशियल भी नहीं. ये अपनी शादी पे ही कराएगी.
I get my laser done, hair removal वाला जो है face का. That's like a very good experience. I feel like everybody should get
Yeah,
it
that's
done.
what everybody who gets laser done says.
Oh my god, it made my life so much easier, especially going to the salon every week to get your upper lips, to get them waxed. It was too much for me. So with this, it's like I have to go after like 4 or 5 months now, which is amazing.
Yeah.
People know कि कितना struggle करते हैं हम लोग. Like कोई लेके जाने वाला नहीं है, कभी problem है, कभी inconvenient है, तो फिर it saved my life.
And plus I've heard कि लेजर से slowly आपके बाल कम होते जाते हैं.
Yeah.
Have you gotten it done ever?
No, but I've heard like around मेरे अर्गे लोगों ने करवाए हुए हैं, तो because वो जड़ को बिल्कुल टारगेट करता है ना, तो every time the hair grows वो पतला ही निकलता है.
Yeah, so basically when I started getting my laser done, so I was never really very hairy from the start phase pe. So I started getting it done for the first 3 months. I think I had to go like her month usi date pe, but then they started coming back after like 5 months, 4 months, and then up to 9 months baad, 8 months baad. So that's how they slowly decrease. Now the last time I went, उन्होंने मेरी laser change कर दी. Now it's fine hair wali from the other one. So now it's going towards removal, like, you know,
Amazing.
permanently.
I think that it's totally worth the investment because उतने ही पैसे आपने इतने सालों में वैक्सिंग पे वैसे ही लगा देने, जो कि आपको बार बार करानी पड़ती है. वैक्सिंग अलग, थ्रेडिंग अलग, और उसका पेन अलग.
And then the pain. Actually, the one thing that I wasn't prepared for when I went for my laser was the pain. मतलब मुझे तो ये था कि यू नो माई मदर ऑल्सो गॉट इट डन फ्रॉम द सेम डॉक्टर. तो उस टाइम पे वो इलेक्ट्रोलिसिस होता था एंड देन वो लेज़र पे कन्वर्ट हुआ. सो उनको कभी भी इट वॉज पेनलेस. एंड विद मी, अच्छा मैं तो मेंटली प्रिपेयर्ड थी कि यू नो फाइन, मतलब फाइनली आई एम गोइंग, बस लेज़र होगा, 2 मिनट लगेंगे, ख़त्म हो जाएगा. इट हर्ट्स सो बैड.
अच्छा,
कि मुझे उस टाइम पे लाइक लिटरली आई वाज लाइक कि मुझे कोई उठा ले यहाँ से, बिकॉज too bad. And then see, a lot of people don't know about it. And
because लोग यही तो कहते हैं मैंने तो वैक्सीन करना छुड़ा दिया क्योंकि बहुत पेनफुल
लेजर में पेन नहीं होता.
but then again that's pain every month, right? And then this is कि एक दफा करा ली, and then after a few sessions it's like now I have to bear it after 5 months.
Okay, but it's painful.
It's very painful. Not only painful. I hate that वो जो 5 मिनट होते हैं जिसके अंदर मैं कराती हूँ. But also when I went there तो मुझे dermatologist ने बोला कि आप सिरम्स भी लगा सकते हो जिससे नम हो जाते हैं, जो नमिंग क्रीम्स होती हैं वो आप ऑब्वियसली लगवा सकते हो, बट देन देयर इज अ लेयर बिटवीन योर स्किन एंड द लेजर, राइट? सो what works better is कि आप ना करो, आप थोड़ी सी दर्द बर्दाश्त कर लो and then you get it done. So for the longest time, like almost 9 of my sessions were without that numbing cream. So that was torture for me. But the one thing that it did to me, मेरे साथ ही एक और बंदी भी करा रही थी and she got it done with the numbing cream क्योंकि वो बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकती. So my the decrease in my hair versus the decrease in her hair, it was a big difference, right? So that's when I knew. But the last time I went after like a year. तो उसमें ये था कि I could not. I was like मुझे लगाओ numbing cream because I cannot.
No pain, no gain.
Yeah. So anyway, everybody should get it done.
So that's hair removal.
Yeah. Another struggle that we all girls go through.
वो that is like you know वो सबकी struggle है. Skin के कुछ like आपको eventually किसी point पे किसी वजह से कराना ही पड़ता है hair removal. बट स्पेशली अगर आपकी शादी हो तो फिर तो आपको कराना ही पड़ता है. उससे पहले अगर आपने अपनी पूरी लाइफ नहीं भी कराया तो व्हाटएवर, और अगर आप स्लीवलेस नहीं पहन रहे या कुछ. बट या मोस्ट पीपल. अच्छा, कभी कभार ना मुझे DMs में बहुत ज़्यादा सवाल आता है इस बारे में कि व्हाट डू यू डू अबाउट योर फेस हेयर रिमूवल. तो फॉर द लॉन्गेस्ट टाइम एंड इवन अप अंटिल नाउ आई हैव नेवर डन एनीथिंग अबाउट इट. डू यू डू लेजर फॉर दैट ऑल्सो? लाइक
या मेरा फुल फेस में कराती हूँ विद द फोरहेड.
अच्छा, सो डिड यू, और उससे पहले डिड यू एवर गेट एनीथिंग डन फॉर योर फेस?
या आई गॉट wax done काफ़ी दफ़ा, but since my skin was so sensitive already, and then with all those hormones and with all of that was happening, it became even more sensitive. So the moment I used to do that, I used to get patches, या वो red patches होते हैं ना, या फिर वो small pimples हो जाते थे या कुछ भी. So I stopped doing that for a while. Before I went for the laser, since मेरी family में नानो मामा they've all gotten it done. तो they were like कि आप इसको रेजर से you should remove it and remove it 1-2 बार before you go for the laser, so that they're hard enough for us to burn them. So that's what happened, and then that helps in quickly getting rid of those hair. So yeah, but then again, as I mentioned, I wasn't that hairy, so like it didn't really take me a lot of time. But people who are, which is fine, उनका भी उतना ही approximately time लगता है.
अच्छा, मेरा तो obviously I had hair but I like for some reason it never bothered me. मैंने कभी भी कुछ किया ही नहीं है for it. और लोग मुझे कहते हैं how is it, so what do you get? I'm just like no, nothing. But maybe like लोगों का ज़्यादा होता है इस वजह से.
Even boys get it done, जो होता है अपनी beard को वो कराते हैं.
मतलब वो तो ट्रिम शेव के ट्रिम
ना लेजर कराते हैं वो.
अच्छा.
हाँ, वो जो परमानेंट वो उधर से इधर से खत्म करा देते हैं
कराने के लिए. हाँ, मुज़म्मिल को कहती हूँ करा लें.
I'm sorry मुज़म्मिल भाई, if you're watching this, it's painful, I know.
Have you ever gotten anything done for your facial hair?
क्योंकि यहाँ पे मेरे बाल नहीं होते ज़्यादा.
हाँ, इज़ा माशाल्लाह.
हाँ, तो मेरे भी नहीं होते. That's why like I didn't.
है जो मुझे याद है, जब मैं आम खाती हूँ ना तो मेरे दाने निकल आते. तो the whole summers मैं बस देखती हूँ कि अगला इंसान आम खा रहा है बस.
That's one weird thing that
sad.
Whenever I used to go to the dermatologist for my acne even, तो मुझे उसने हमेशा यही बोला कि food does not matter. Which is something जो मैंने पहले कभी नहीं सुना था.
I've heard like oil, chocolates, mango and सारी चीज़ें.
But with my medication, she was like, it doesn't matter. You can eat everything and anything with that. But it's basically inside you and your hormones which cause all of this.
No, but I think there's a difference. So there's like pimples निकलना because of food or like lack of water या ऐसा, and then there is like जो आपका hormonal breakout होता है.
Yeah.
So उनकी I think cause ही फ़र्क है. So because I think you probably had that.
Yeah,
so उसमें फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता. इसलिए उसमें लोग कहते हैं कि यार I'm eating healthy and I'm having water, it's not making a difference because the root cause is different.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, but वो वाले pimples हैं जो आपको आते हैं because
आम खा लिया.
वो I think that's a different sort of thing. That's not like part of your like hormones or the texture of your skin, of it being oily or whatever. So I think us tarah se she was right, because wo thing hi different hai. Acha, so what are your thoughts on makeup? What are your thoughts on makeup?
I fully support whoever wants
Support?
to. I fully support whoever wants to like apply however they want. I personally like नेचुरल लुक, तो फिर मैं हमेशा लाइट ही करती हूँ. बट पहले मैं यही सोचती थी कि ये दुल्हन क्यों इतना हैवी ब्राइडल मेकअप करती है एंड ऑल दैट, और वो देख के बहुत अजीब लगता था. बट जब कैमरा पे रिजल्ट्स देखने की बारी आई ना, तब मुझे पता चला यू एक्चुअली नीड दैट लुक. इतना हैवी मेकअप चाहिए होता है, फिर ही तस्वीर अच्छी आती है, एंड ऑल द कॉन्टूर्स वगैरह तभी नज़र आता है. तो मेकअप इज़ नाइस. वैसे आई फील, मतलब खुद भी मेकअप करके ना यू फील प्रिटी. लाइक इफ़ अ डे इज़ नॉट गोइंग गुड तो मैं कहूँगी अच्छा ठीक है, अब ज़रा तैयार होते, यू नो व्हाट, आई विल लाइक फील होगा कि अच्छा फ्रेश हो गया सब कुछ, दिमाग भी फ्रेश हो गया, आई फील फ्रेश, आई लुक फ्रेश. दूसरे मुझे देखेंगे वो खुश होंगे, मैं भी दूसरे को देखूंगी खुश होंगी. सो इट्स लाइक अ नाइस सेल्फ केयर रूटीन.
एंड आई थिंक वही बात है कि उससे भी आपका कॉन्फिडेंस बहुत बूस्ट होता है. रेज यू वेयरिंग मेकअप, यू फील बेटर, यू डू गुड. आपकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज, आपकी कम्युनिकेशन, सब चीज़ों में कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्ड हो जाता है.
इट्स लाइक ड्रेसिंग अप गुड, right? It's like a part of that. Like people will take you more professional when and more serious when you're like dressed up.
Yeah, you look more like well groomed and somebody who is actually, you look more like you look more put together, like you have your life together, like you have your shit figured out. because you're like I don't know why, but makeup sort of it has that effect. As compared to days when you're not wearing makeup, so I mean, some people don't need it as much, वो तब भी बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं. But some people, I think when they wear makeup, I think उन्हें confidence में वैसे ही add होता है, and then they do end up looking more like put together. But makeup का भी यही problem है, it's become a black hole. Like how many things can you put on your face?
करो यार, आप क्या करें? So what's the one thing that you guys can't leave the house without? Like I'll tell mine first so that you guys have an idea. Like eyeliner is the one thing. मैं lipstick नहीं लगाऊंगी. हाँ, eyeliner के बगैर मैं नहीं निकल सकती घर से.
Can you guess mine?
Mascara?
Blush, I think.
No.
सारी चीज़ों का
concealer. Remember my biggest security?
Okay.
My dark circles, so I have to cover them. So that's what then I use concealer. That's my main thing. That I need. बाकी चीज़ों की चलो खैर होती है. But
makeup wise, lipstick, because अगर वो आपके पास एक चीज़ है ना, आप उससे you can like सब कुछ कर सकते.
It really does make a huge difference. अगर सिर्फ लिपस्टिक भी लगाई भी हो आपने.
Like लिपस्टिक से आप थोड़ा बहुत ब्लश भी कर सकते हो.
Oh wow.
all that. No,
you can do this.
You can do everything. So that's very handy.
And lipstick makes you look very fresh suddenly. But I feel कि because मुझसे ना लोग पूछते हैं कि like अपना मेकअप दिखाएं, लाइक क्विक होता नहीं है क्या, ना ब्लॉगर्स दिखाते हैं वो. And I literally just have one small drawer of makeup. I'm not that person, but people assume because you're like a blogger, so you like have like lots of. But again, मेरे अंदर ना वो है ही नहीं कि मैं इतनी ज़्यादा चीज़ें अपने ऊपर लगाऊँ. Like there was a time when I used to buy a lot of makeup, but then I think over time I realized that I don't use all that, or I don't feel like putting that much like makeup.
I feel like we've all at one point in our life bought a lot of makeup. वो impulse buying हुई है, but वो पड़े हुए हैं because वो इतना use नहीं होता. But makeup का भी है कि the brands out there and the options out there and the things out there you can do with makeup have become like insane. वही बात है, what do you need really and what do you want?
One thing really makes me happy कि पहले हमारे पास सिर्फ international brands होते थे. लेकिन अभी we have so many Pakistani brands, तो like we have a lot of choices. पहले हमें अच्छा महंगी वो मैक की ही लेनी है, but now we have मुसरत मिसबा और बहुत सारे.
Miss Rose भी अब एक आ गया है.
Miss Rose भी है.
उसके concealers are very famous.
And I think like the prices are also very reasonable.
Very nice.
So like a lot of people go for that too. So
like lots of good makeup is now locally available as well. you don't have to like spend on those big brands. I spend a lot of my money एक time पे on getting क्या कहते हैं NARS and Anastasia Beverly Hills and all of these things. But I've also realized कि हाँ, there is a small difference in when I used to apply those products and what I apply now. But I also feel that that's not something I need all the time. So you can have a few really good makeup, makeup products from these places, and you can wear them on like shoots or shadis or.
Oh my god, that's something that I do as well. Just say I have like this mousse that I use Maybelline ka, but for like shadis and stuff I have वो जो आपको maybe पता हो Born This Way जो है Too Faced का. That's only because that's expensive and because that's बड़ी मुश्किल से मिलता है, so I've kept that for shadis and stuff. And then for your normal day use, obviously drugstore makeup works better.
Yeah.
So ये चीज़.
मेरा तो personal एक shift I'm going through because now I have a skincare routine as well, and I'm in that space where I want to like see what happens to my skin if I do a skincare routine, because I haven't really done that. So I've been working on that, and I want to see that if I spend more on skincare and less on makeup, and spend more time doing skincare and less time doing makeup, what sort of result does that bring? Because do you need as much makeup if your skin is looking that good? Because there have been times in my life my skin was doing really good for I don't know what reason, तो मुझे बहुत minimal बस थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे concealer लगाना पड़ता था, lipstick और mascara, and I would be like good to go, because my skin was good at that time. So I want to see that if I invest properly in my skin, then how much makeup do I really need to do?
Not a lot.
It's an experiment.
जब I was doing skincare, वो proper skincare जब मैं acne वाले time के बाद, so I did not need makeup. I just needed sunscreen just so that I could protect my skin when I go out, and my usual eyeliner. That is it. No foundation, no primer, no nothing at all. So I feel like skincare does make a difference.
Izza, आप sunscreen तो लगाती हो ना? That's essential. Like you can't
that is
not.
essential.
Then उसका जो like long term में जो उसका effect है ना, I think that's horrible for your skin. It like sun is really destroying your skin
guys.
slowly by slowly, और आपको पता भी नहीं होता, because what you see is just like maybe your dryness or like some spots or so like pigmentation. Pimples. But
that's true.
you don't see what the sun is like doing on the inside.
True.
And you're exposing it to the sun directly if you're not applying it, so it's better to
always wear sunscreen.
And sunscreen does wear off after like it's always a hassle for me though. That's one thing that I will accept, even though I love sunscreen, but हर 30 minutes बाद apply करनी होती है वो, unless it doesn't but
अब कौन करेंगे?
मैं ये बात करने की थी, कौन करे? Skincare is so it's you need a routine for it. You need to be dedicated.
It has to be a habit. Part of your like routine and habit, and वो build करने में ही time लग रहा है, especially when you have so many things to do. You're just like like मैं तो skincare ऐसे ही कर रही होती हूँ. I mean, but जब मेरे पास time और सुकून होता है, तो then it's actually very therapeutic for me. Like it feels good. I love it, and I love how my skin feels. उसके बाद ऐसे करते हैं ना,
baby skin.
So it is therapeutic, but when I don't have time and I have to do it because I need to take care of my skin, not because it's like I'm having this moment of like therapy or zen, then it's just like I need to do this because I don't know, the brands say I do. So it's like it's that. Then it's annoying as well. Then it's like why do I have to do this right now? But yeah, I actually think in a more like spiritual philosophical way, आप किसी भी चीज़ में अपनी एनर्जीज डालते हो तो वो वैसी बेहतर होती है. Like आप अपना फोकस उस पर डाल रहे हो ना, तो it's going to like get better. It's because you are putting your energies in there, you're putting your thoughts in there, so it's going to like just the fact. So what I believe in is कि अगर आप बॉडी किसी भी हिस्से को अटेंशन दोगे ना, तो it's like कोई पौधा है आपके पास, उसको आप अटेंशन वो नहीं दोगे तो वो रूखा सूखा सा हो जाएगा. Obviously physically it needs the water and it needs everything. उसी तरह अगर आप अपनी किसी भी बॉडी पार्ट को जब आप उसको अटेंशन दोगे, तो it will do do better in whatever.
True that.
I also feel like अगर आप पानी सिर्फ इस thought से पी रहे हो ना कि this is for my skin, your skin will start doing better. It's philosophical, it's spiritual, but I do think it's like your mind. You're thinking
It's the intention.
Yeah, it's the intention.
With what you do
like,
things.
yeah, you're giving that. Your intention is to make this better, to give it its, love and care, and that will like start showing. Okay, I'm drinking water because I think my skin needs it, and then your skin will just start doing
Yeah,
better.
to really build that connection between your body, mind, उस सब में अब I
And your
work out,
actions, yeah.
तो मेरी ट्रेनर मुझे कहती हैं कि like when I'm working out, तो she's like build that connection with your muscle, really feel what's happening, and that's something जो मैं पहले कभी भी जिंदगी में workout किया तो I never used to do that. और बस लगे मैं कि ये कर रहे हैं, and then I didn't feel it as much, but ever since I've started doing that, I mindfully do it now. So I really feel the burn, and I really feel like something's working.
Yeah. So
I
you do. वही कहते हैं ना कि आप कुछ भी mindfulness के साथ करोगे तो it's gonna work. कर आप बहुत सारी चीजें सकते हो, but if you're doing them mindlessly without consciously believing that when you do this, this is the result that's going to come out, then it's going to work. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
तो ये थोड़ा सा डीप भी हो गया but I think that's all I have in mind for skincare and makeup. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that's it.
ठीक है, any other thoughts? No more?
Nope.
चलिए ठीक है, अच्छी बात है, और भी चीज़ आती हैं पर्सनल ग्रूमिंग में, बट आई लीव दैट फॉर लाइक अदर पॉडकास्ट सो दैट वी आर नॉट रनिंग आउट ऑफ टॉपिक्स.
हम सारी बातें इकट्ठे ही कर देते हैं.
हाँ, अब मैं हेयर पे चली जाती है और सेल्फ ग्रूमिंग में चली जाती है.
We need to talk about hair though, because
right, so we'll talk about more under self grooming things and maybe tips as well, and our thoughts on that in another podcast. अभी हम जो है इसको यहीं पे end करते हैं. Comments में बताइएगा what do you do for skincare and what do you think about skincare and makeup, like how much do we really need it, and if you've had amazing experiences after doing skincare and which products you use, तो वो भी बता दें, सबका फायदा हो जाएगा.
yeah, please.
Yeah, and thank you so much for watching this episode. We'll see you again next time. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.